Hi, I'm Ciliann. Welcome to my art channel. In this video I show you how I paint an acrylic landscape painting of a horse race. Enjoy! So here is my idea of the start of a horse race. I used to be very interested in them as a kid. I read books about them. Since then, I don't do that much anymore. But it still interests me to hear about a horse winning a race. It's a very old sport. And it's fun to watch. See all those horses running. Who's gonna win? The basic concept of it has been the same ever since it started. We used to do it basically to show which horse you should buy. If you're interested in buying a horse, they would race them together to see which one is the fastest. And once they started doing that, then they developed it into a sport. They had horse races in the Olympic Games of Greece and in the Roman Empire. And they probably had also in countries like China, Persia, and Arabia. And of course it involves a lot of money. And now they have a lot of sophisticated electronic monitoring equipment. But basically it's the same idea as it's always been. Just testing the horse's speed and stamina against the others. And they have different kinds of races, which are either hitched to a cart or with a rider on the back. So the horses used for racing are usually thoroughbreds, and they developed from the horses that were brought back from countries like Arabia and Turkey, that the Europeans brought back to medieval England after the Crusaders visited the Middle East. And the early kings of England supported this sport. During the reign of Richard the Lionheart, the first known racing purse was offered, £40 for a race run over a 3-mile course, and knights were the riders. I would say for a horse carrying all that heavy armor, it's not much fun. And they continued and developed from there. Especially after the Civil War, horse racing became very popular. It really broke out into a major sport. And at first, there was the owner of the horse who rode it, and later on it became that special riders called jockeys were used. And of course they're meant to be small-sized people who would not weigh down too heavily on the horse, and who also know how to coax the horse into getting it to do what they want. And there are different kinds of races on different kinds of fields. They used to be more on dirt or grass, now they have different kinds of turf. And they try to have what's safest for the horse and the rider. So depending on what the race's rules are, how much the horse needs to win in order to get the prize. And sometimes they make races that are called handicapped, based on the horse's age and whether it's male or female. They put on a certain amount of weight the rider weighs. They make it basically fair for each horse that they have an equal chance of winning. Horses are at their peak for racing at around 5 years old, but they have, for other ages also, 3-year-olds, 4-year-olds. And of course you see how each jockey and horse have their own special color. That's for all the fans sitting on the sides to be able to identify their horse, so they can follow it and not get confused with all the others. And as we said before, there's a lot of money involved, wagers and bets, and there's a lot of cheating as well. So they try to put many rules to keep things fair and to make sure people don't rig the races and cheat on them. And what the owners try to do is to keep the horse in the best of health and to train it well, exercise it well, in order to reach its peak strength and stamina on the day that is the race. And they're only allowed to race it a few times in a certain amount of time, or for the horse's sake, since animal rights activists protested the injustices to the poor animals when they're abused.